trio. I start my deep breathing and do my standard morning routine. Open up the digital Rolodex, click open Alice's call log, open email, headset on. Alice has a client coming in today. His name's John, and he's a director of mid-budget films that people know of without knowing his actual name. Jesus, Luna, you gotta stop doing coke every Sunday. Wyatt Rosenthal, one of the two people I'm going to come out to next, says as he plops into his seat beside me. While the 6 talent managers have their own offices separated from us by wall-to-wall glass, the assistants are all crunched onto one communal pod desk. Great for socializing, bad if you want to cry without 5 other people and a straggling manager or two having to force themselves to look away from you. Are you implying I look like shit? I reply, softening the jab with my best attempt at a smile. Just tired. I resist the urge to look at myself in my phone camera. I keep makeup minimal for work because, like hell, can I properly put on liquid eyeliner at 6 a.m. But apparently it's not covering up the bags under my eyes. I give Wyatt a once-over. He's got a Sigma Alpha Mu Jewish pretty boy look. Wavy, honey brown hair, full eyebrows, ears that stick out just enough to be called cute, orthodontics corrected teeth. The type of boy my Jewish parents are in love with. I like to think I'd look worse if I were doing all that cocaine. Wyatt chuckles. I mean, around here, I'm sure there's someone who does. Our brief conversation jolts to an end with the shrill ring of Wyatt's phone. He picks it up in a perfect swooping motion, like how basketball players are taught to make free throws. Stephen Wells's office. Everyone in the pod has answered each other's phones at least once because of everything from sudden family emergencies to secret job interviews to having to pee. So it was inevitable that I'd have covered Wyatt's desk at least once. And Wyatt's boss is fine, I guess. He makes Wyatt get him exactly 8 chicken sausages from the cafe every morning, and once called Wyatt at 3 a.m., saying he was lost in the Charles de Gaulle airport and needed Wyatt to navigate him to his gate. "Can we return?" Wyatt asks. Once the phone's hung up, he turns right back to me. "How was your weekend?" I ask. My eyelids are already growing heavy, and Alice isn't even here yet. I'm gonna need coffee stat. To think, I didn't even drink tea before this job. Wyatt shrugs, readjusting a rolled-up sleeve on his pink button-down, the loudest piece of clothing he owns. Pretty boring. Went on another Hinge date. It shouldn't. God, it shouldn't. But Hinge sends a snap of panic through my stomach, as it has in the 6 months since Wyatt and I broke up after dating for a whopping 3 weeks. My little brother, Gnome, has joked that my parents mourned my and Wyatt's relationship more than I ever did, but the feeling in my gut isn't encouraging. "How'd it go?" I ask, not a single negative emotion in my voice. I'm the one who broke up with him. We agreed to be friends in order to keep our trio together. No drama has ensued since. Wyatt shrugs. "I don't think I'll see her again. There's just never anything interesting about these random girls." I've been mildly annoyed by Wyatt's casualness in regard to his dating life before, and yes, in my 4 days as a woman who loves women, WLW, I've become more offended by it. But again, he's my friend, he's just ignorant. Maybe if you went on more than 2 dates with these girls, you'd give them time to open up. And in the perfect synchrony that is Alice D'Adamo's ability to surprise me with her entrances when I'm about to initiate substantial conversation, my boss flies through the assistant pod in her Jimmy Choos. Her first words to me are, "Go get John at 10. I diligently roll through our ode calls, which is usually this dozen-name-long list of executives/agents/clients who, 1, called the day before, and 2, Alice didn't want to talk to, but 3 has to talk to in order to maintain her reputation. We manage to make it through 3 calls before Kiki from reception says John's here. I make sure my headset is still working and then dip down the stairs and into the lobby. John manspreads as far as a human possibly can, in a t-shirt and short.